SAS Who Dares Wins, just how grueling is Special Forces training? Crawling face down through the mud, gunshots go off nearby and we're ordered to move faster to avoid capture. Our final mission checkpoint is in sight, but what awaits me there is hell. Suddenly I'm bundled into the back of a van, two masked men screaming at me and holding guns to my head. My face is covered with a hood, I'm given headphones blaring white noise and my hands are bound with cable ties. My captor is determined to find out the details of my mission using whatever torture techniques possible and starts by yelling at me nose to nose so close he spits in my face. I can't see women in the SAS anytime soon. I can't see it ever happening. You can't bring down the level of SAS selection, it can never happen. Don't fix what's not broken, it works. At Middleton I've been briefed with a cover story and warned not to crack. It's dark and the end of a long day of grueling challenges, both mentally and physically. We've waded through freezing water, climbed across a lake on just a tightrope, carried our comrades on our backs up steep hills at speed, navigated acres of the Ashdown Forest in Sussex using just a compass and dug up clue after clue based on coordinates along the way. Now I've been captured and face the toughest part: interrogation. Soaking wet, exhausted and covered in mud, I've hit breaking point. But this is nothing like what real SAS recruits go through for their selection process. Despite feeling battered, bruised and on the point of tears, the guys in charge at Middleton, Jason Foxy Fox, Ollie Lurden and Mark Billy Bellingham laugh and tell me I've had an easy time. In Channel 4's smash hit show, SAS Who Dares Wins, the former SAS tough guys take 25 normal civilian lads and push them to the absolute limit of what is humanly possible to see if they have what it takes to join the most elite military force in the world. So, as a female Daily Star journalist, I was determined to prove I could give it my best shot. Chief Instructor Ant, however, begs to differ. Not a effing chance, he laughs. The expletives come thick and fast as I'm pushed harder, loaded up with more weights and forced into an underground tunnel that would make an I'm a celebrity, get me out of here challenge look child's play. We won't treat you any differently just because you're a girl, he taunts, belly laughing when another female recruit falls off a tightrope head first into a freezing lake. Nevertheless, we battle through the grueling course, even when a man in the group falls and is stretchered out with a nasty gash on his leg. The ultimate tough guy, Ant was a point man, lead scout and a primary fires operator and sniper in the Special Boat Service for 4 years. Prior to that he was in the Royal Marines and 9 Parachute Squadron, Royal meaning he achieved the holy trinity of the UK's elite forces. Despite the government saying that it wants to see all close combat units in the British military open to women by 2019, and doesn't believe females will ever be able to make the SAS grade. Similarly, he's against suggestions for the SAS to consider changing its notoriously tough entry selection tests to give women a fair chance. "I can't see women in the SAS anytime soon," he says. "I can't see it ever happening. You can't bring down the level of SAS selection, it can never happen. Don't fix what's not broken, it works." Men are the natural hunter-gatherers. "I'm a effing man who looks after my effing family. I provide and I'm an alpha male. That's what I do." "If a woman was on my team, my mind naturally would be concentrated on protecting her, not the enemy." Foxy wades in, "The criteria is there for a reason. And that reason is not there because the SAS is about men, it's because you've got a bunch of people who can go and be the best fighting force in the world." Ollie agrees, "Theoretically, anyone could pass the criteria, no matter what sex they are, but you need to keep that criteria high. The current SAS selection process is 6 months long and one of the toughest in the world. The pass rate can be as low as 8 a year. But Billy, who has been in the military for more than 27 years, has a different view. "I've worked with women who were effing hardcore. They worked well as a team, stood alone and fitted in perfectly. You wouldn't worry about them. In some situations they were even better." In the new series of SAS, Who Dares Wins, the recruits are taken to the unforgiving and extreme terrain of the Atlas Mountains in southern Morocco. And, Foxy, Ollie and Billy intensify the course to make it tougher than any other series so far. They add in twists and turns to their quest to find recruits who are willing to drive their bodies and mind to the absolute edge. Each of the guys faces their personal fears until they hit breaking point and are stretched to the absolute limit. The jaw-dropping tasks include a 250 feet abseil down a steep dam, a helicopter drop and a gruelling crawl through a canyon on a single tightrope. Some of the guys from the series include Dan, 40, a telecoms engineer and single dad from Hemel Hempstead, Matt, 28, a gym owner from Essex who entered the show with his twin brother, and Glenn, 30, a business consultant from the Rhondda Valley. Each has their own reasons for putting themselves through the hellish process, but each has the same belief at the end. They say, the hardest challenge is in your mind, overcoming the unthinkable and pushing yourself beyond it. That's the best feeling you can get. SAS Who Dares Wins starts tomorrow at 9 p.m. on Channel 4.